What's up, guys? It's Lauren Mignon, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Alright, now I want to come on here and talk about what it was like for me growing up. Growing up, I've always been like the really reserved, shy, introverted kid. Turns out that's actually called social anxiety.
Oh my god! Wow!
I did not know that that was a thing back then. I didn't even know it had a name. I didn't even know that it was a thing. The last thing that I could worry about growing up was my mental health. And I feel like in my healing process, I've learned a few things, like how naming your emotions can really help, or at least understanding them and knowing that you're not alone in what you're going through. It really helps. It really helps with coping, and it really helps you with healing. So here are a few situations where I was in an uncomfortable situation because I didn't understand myself. So let's call this Company S. My time at Company S was really bittersweet. And I say that because the training itself, I was only there for training. I couldn't make it to the actual on the floor. I had like car issues, like it wasn't anything actually because of my mental health, surprisingly. So that training, the few weeks that I was in the training class, it didn't really feel like a training class for a job. It really felt more like therapy. Not the healing therapy though, more like exposure therapy, rejection therapy. It gave those vibes more than it gave training, and it gave high school vibes. But on the first day, our trainer let it be known that if you are an introvert, if you just happen to be an introvert in this class, that you'll definitely be leaving here an extrovert with more confidence. Granted, that was a sales job, so looking back at it, she really sold me a dream, which was part of her job, and she did excellent, because I believe that that little training class for sales was actually going to help me become more like extroverted. I really truly believe that wholeheartedly.
Damn. He don't got a clue in the fucking world.
And because I believe that, I was really willing to engage in all the little silly icebreakers that she had us do every day. I mean, like, we would do presentations in class. I was a team player, in my opinion. We would have to do like little dances and sing in groups, and I would be in there like just, oh, yeah, like cringing hard as hell on the inside. And I was just doing everything that I could to fit in. The only thing that I was really bad at was public speaking, like when we was in groups and I would need to speak up, or if she was training and she would ask a question and then someone had to yell out the answer, because she was looking at that. Like, she was looking at who is, like coming out of their shell, who's more extroverted, like who's trying. She would look at that, and that actually put more pressure on me too. Like, all of her exercises and her games, they were well thought out and planned. Like, I can see how it was supposed to go, but in real life, there's always going to be a curveball. There's always going to be that one person. And, it could have been a few people in that class because it was a fairly large training class, but the dynamics just did not go well with her strategy. That class felt very much like high school all over again. Just who can kiss the trainer's ass the most, or who can get the most attention, all eyes on me, pick me type shit. Like, it got to a point. It gets to a point. So one time during our training, we were all like on a Zoom call. The entire class was all in the same room. But for projects, instead of, I guess, moving around, she just decided to let us all stay in our seats but get on Zoom. So we was all in a Zoom group working on this presentation. And one of our team members, they had a question about how to work Microsoft on PowerPoint. And because I was already taking classes on Microsoft PowerPoint, I knew that shit like the back of my hand. So when he asked the question, I gave him a suggestion, but nobody responded. So I'm like, oh dang, they must can't hear me. I do talk soft. So that felt kind of embarrassing. But there was also a girl right beside me that was in my group too. So I asked her, I said, hey, can you guys hear me okay? Is there any like technical difficulties going on? And she gonna tell me, yeah. So I was like, okay, got it. So that told me, don't fucking talk to me, bitch. Don't speak unless you're spoken to. That's exactly how I took that shit. The whole time that we were in training, every day we would have these dances that we would perform in front of the whole training. Like we had training classes, and then you got everybody who's there for training, like everybody who applied. So we would have to perform those dances in front of the entire new hire class. As grown people, why are we performing every day? It was like a pep rally though. So every day we would like have to perform these songs and dances, but it would be a remix to a really popular song. So right now Sexy Red's really popping. We would have did a song to Sexy Red. Sexy love money, sexy love cars. But say if this company sold rice cakes, we would do something like, if you love rice, if you love cakes. I don't know. I mean, if I could give more information, I would definitely sing the song that we had to perform, but I don't want to get in any trouble. So, but yeah, we have to do a little dance and sing that every morning in front of the entire new hire class. And so eventually they would be like, well, the quiet people need to go stand in the back because they are taking away attention. And the quiet people started to become very targeted. It started off very broad, but the quiet people got used daily, very often. It started to feel like a racial slur. The more and more they called us the quiet people, the more and more it just buckled down to everyone just looking at me, you know? And it felt really isolating because, in my opinion, I thought I was doing everything that I could to fit in with y'all. I just can't speak up in group settings. Like, dang, give me a break. And then one last situation that I remember from them, and I'm going to wrap this up because thinking about this job really, really just puts a damper on my mood. But they all planned to go bar hopping one night. They all secretly planned to go bar hopping. The entire MOG training class plus the trainer all made these plans to go bar hopping. But they deliberately, and I do mean deliberately, left out me and this one other girl. And the only reason that I'm so mad, because I probably wouldn't have went being that I don't know them, but the only reason I'm so mad is that y'all really put me in the category as this weird girl. Like, I'm no better than her. Like, but that's just part 1 of my journey. I'm going to post a part 2 later. If you could, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you ever experience feeling isolated, left out because you are shy, quiet, or reserved, or if you have any similar stories from home, school, or work, please drop it down in the comments for me. I would love to hear your story. I would love to connect. Thank you guys for watching.